Alright, we're good? Okay, I'm Mitch Nascimento. I'm a PhD student.
I am Subrata Kundu. I am a postdoctoral student here.
Alright, and we're going to go and check out this little lecture. Okay, so the art and science of glassmaking. So in this ebook, you'll understand the basic knowledge of glassworking. The first chapter will explain chemicals that make up glass to give you a better understanding of the properties. And then the next chapter will explain the following glassworking techniques and how they achieve a desired look. Hot glass is manipulation of extremely hot molten glass. Warm glass is how to join glass pieces together into a desired shape. Cold glass working will explain how to shape or texture glasses in natural and heated state. Lamp working describes glass heated and shaped using torches. This actually would be pretty useful. Okay, chapter 1, composition of glass. So it's hard to print those. It's made from opaque sand. It's probably evolved, behaves like a solid material. This sort of weird liquid disguise. It's something more about it. Okay. Cool. So let's go next. There we go. Okay, so from computers, cups, TVs, smartphones, everybody's come to contact with glass in one form or another. Pursuing knowledge is go over materials. It's important to have a basic understanding what they're made of. So glass, high temperature, glass tubes form, glass molecules move around, liquids cool down, molecules rearrange to an octahedron-like shape. I didn't know it made octahedron. That was just random. Thousands of different chemical compounds can be made into glass. Affect mechanical, optical, and thermal properties of glasses. Typical glass contains three materials: formers, fluxes, and stabilizers. Okay. Former is the main component of the glass and has to be heated to a very high temperature. Okay.
Sodium carbonate and silicon dioxide.
Yeah. Calcium carbonate, and then so this is like soda glass, right? Carbonate, I think. Okay, let's try it. Okay, so former is the main component, has to be heated to very high temperature. The most common former is silicon dioxide, sand, which you have probably come to contact with. Fluxes help formers melt at lower temperatures, usually soda or potash, traditionally made from ashes. Okay. Stabilizers make glass strong and water resistant. Calcium carbonate, often called calcium limestone. Stabilizer, without a stabilizer, water and heat will attack and dissolve glass. This is why sometimes people refer to glass in bottles as soda limes. Okay.
Need a temperature 3970 degrees to discuss it. So maybe this is a melting point of
something like that. So mixture dry materials used. So the batch is the dry. The broken glass is cullet. So they smash it up into little pieces. 1370 it melts. Ingredients are cooled down. Okay. Okay, so when pigments absorb in its light, kept by our eyes, that's fine. Caused by elements. Okay.
some color ingredients, iron, copper, cobalt, gold. Inexpensive.
Would be, yeah. So iron is green, copper is light blue, cobalt. So I know cobalt and copper.
Yeah.
So we can remember those. Gold is red, manganese is purple, that makes sense. And then iron is green, which is actually kind of interesting.
Yes.
Important to precautions when handling. Okay. So you figured out what your green little champagne balls are made of now. Try taking materials to mix and melt in the furnace. So how do we do this? Soda. Okay. Silica. Okay. Potash, so potassium carbonate. Oh, no, never mind.
Green, so yes. I don't know.
Okay, so iron is green. Yeah. And then, I don't know, I guess, do we need lime? I thought we need, we need cullet. This is the broken glass pieces.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the melt now. So now I guess we add the sodium.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But,
Okay, that's it. Awesome. And then next, so glassmaking techniques. Okay. So this is the hot glass, warm glass, cold glass lamp working. Okay. So hot glass. So you have molten glass, 1,000 degrees Celsius. Okay. Cool. Yeah. So that's like this. Nice. Okay, so 3 furnaces and the blowpipe. So the blowpipe goes in the first furnace. You have molten glass. They put it on the blowpipe. Then they take it out, puff air through. Okay. And they make the space. Okay, cool. So that's the first furnace. Then it gradually cools down. Then they need to keep reheating it. This happens in the second furnace called the glory hole. And immediately after glass is formed, the final furnace is the kiln or the annealer. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, and it takes away the stresses and everything like this. Okay, cast glass. So that's how we make like round bottom glass and stuff. So now they cast it. So they make large sculptures this way. Sand casting. So you pour molten glass into sand. Then you do kiln. Requires heat-resistant mold in a kiln. Okay. That's fine. Remember the cast glass needs to be annealed. So when the glass is cooled, glass piece can be washed to remove any particles. So this is... So that's the cast glass into the sand. And then this is the mold in the kiln. Okay. So warm glass working. You put 2 pieces together. Oh, that's great. So you do the warm glass at a higher temperature than the hot glass. Temperature is lower than that of hot glass. Oh, it's lower? Okay, never mind. Okay, the kiln goes 7. So that's kind of like, yeah,
it's like a
the
plate,
pillaries almost.
Like maybe it's used for the flat circuit or something.
Yeah, probably. So we have stringers, sheet glass, milfory, pattern glass slices. So that's all these things in here. Frit, just crushed glass, and then confetti, thin glass pieces. Okay. Gotcha. So they layer so it's almost like art. Okay, after being stacked, the glass is placed inside the kiln. Okay, slumping is heating it to 760 or 670, hot enough for the glass to bend. Okay, so when heating at a higher temperature, typically around 760, this is where fusing takes place. So you heat up to 760 and then cast it. You fuse it. Once the effect is
high temperature, typically around 760 to 870 degrees centigrade. This is where glassing takes place.
Yeah.
This is glass arranged in a pattern or placed clean cell and clean heated hot enough to melt together into one.
So you put it in, you heat it to like 700, it's slumping, then you go more, and then it like fuses. Once the desired effect has been achieved, the glass will undergo annealing, so it anneals itself, and then you can bring the temperature down, and the stress goes away. Okay, nice. Cold glass working, so this is just storing, basically.
Is it diamond? Is it
I think so. So cutting is done with a glass cutter or glass saw. use cutting oil to get the perfect cut. Glass saws are better than glass cutters because they provide more accurate cuts. Yeah, that makes sense. Drilling with diamond bits.
Yeah.
Yep, we've done that. Perfect. Grinding. Yeah, these two. So like ground glass joints, sandblasting. That would make sense. And then polishing is the final step. Remove scratches, blockages, and imperfections. Okay. And lamp working is the process of heating and manipulating molten glass using propane oxygen torches, similar to hot glass working. Instead of using molten glass in the furnace, they use it at a bench. Okay.
Yeah. The final piece is somewhat limited in size and greater level of detail can be achieved with this technique. Thus, lamp working is often used to make beads and jewelry.
Yeah. Yeah, besides torso. Marver is a flat surface for rolling the glass to shape. Steel shears are like scissors. They cut hot glass. Heat fingers help securely hold and rotate the glass piece. Okay. And a kiln is for crushing. Okay. So marver, steel shears, hot fingers. Okay. So the marver is that like spatula.
Yep.
Okay, questions. Which forming method is used for production of hollow glasses? You can in 5 seconds. We're answering questions. What happens if you fuse and slump simultaneously? Air bubbles make the glass all over the kiln. Glass piece joined together and fit to the mold faster. No. And then you get glass piece joined together and fit the molds. Okay, I'm gonna say you get misshapen. Right? Because you have to slump it first so it's like more fluid, and then you heat it to fuse so it's all together.
With air bubbles, yeah?
I think this is... Let's try again. Was cold glass working? Working on just regular temperature.
The temperature.
Following is not a tool if you leave in lamp working. Shears, carving knife, marver torch. I think it's the carving knife.
So, let me see. Let's see if you which of the following is not a tool that typically used in
Because the shears
Yeah.
you cut.
Yeah.
The marver's the spatula thing.
I think it's knife.
I think it's the knife. Check. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're good.
4 out of 4.
Perfect.
Nice. Can we get you guys to come over here so you're not in her way, and then you guys can answer?
I don't know. I mean, it was clear. Everything was really like well laid out.
It was well planned, I think.
Yeah.
It's starting from a very basic to certain level, like how to work
Yeah.
with glass, and
Yeah.
it's exciting, the colors and others. Like
A lot of it was stuff I didn't know, which is nice. Like it was like new stuff. I think that helps. The other thing is like just it was really sequential, right? Like I mean, it was like you had all the key points, all the key words were defined. What did you think of the pictures?
And also, the picture actually
Yeah.
makes this understanding very clear.
Yeah.
So like the best pictures are here. Like by looking the picture, sometimes it's become much more easier to understand the
I agree.
themes.
I thought the pictures were useful, especially in understanding like the tools as well.
Yeah.
Like, the different tools. Sometimes it was because it's like I don't know what whatever it was on marver, right, or whatever the words are. But then with the picture, it's like you can kind of make sense of it more.
Yeah.
And the nice,
it will be good for school student also. They will.
like for undergraduate chemists, I think so, because like we didn't learn about glass blowing, like where I was coming from. So I think that was, from that point of view, it's really useful, especially just to even like learn how to do basic stuff.
Yeah.
I think. Especially-
Interesting, like, you know, making jewelry from glass and
Yeah,
making different colors.
It's stuff you don't think about, right? So
Yeah.
it's. I agree. I think it was kind of interesting. Like the material was interesting to
Yeah.
to learn. Like I forget some of the words now, but like even just learning like basics, like how to make different colors, because it makes you think about like how you make stuff in a lab.
Yeah, and
right?
how to give the shape of the
Yeah,
the working method, like is in the hot condition or low
Yeah.
condition.
yeah. Even
You
just
can change
grind,
it.
like how to make like a ground glass joint,
Yeah.
right? It's like it makes you kind of think like how things match. So I think that's pretty much it. Like yeah, that was just overall well organized,
Yeah, it's
good
well
pictures.
organized.
Yeah.